CTV is joining with Voto Latino to crash the parties this election year and sending you to the national conventions. Your chance to ask the questions, call the shots, get the answers. How many people are filling out the census now? If you can't vote and you can't count in the election, you count in the census. That's real power. For people who do participate, who are undocumented, they can use that information later on when immigration reform is happening to prove that they were here. Here at FIU during our Voto Latino Power Summit, our very first one here in Florida. We're actually working with students here, talking to everyone from students to dreamers, and hopefully giving you guys help with media, technology, running for office, advocacy, all types of things, because we recognize you as being not just consumers, but as innovators.
With me now are the women of Voto Latino, chairwoman and actress Rosario Dawson.
Every election is about the people, and the citizens is what makes this country great. And if we do not participate and we do not show up, as he said, that void will be filled. It will be filled by lobbyists, it will be filled by corporations, it will be filled by the fact that Citizens United has said that corporations are people. It would be critically devastating to this country if we were to get rid of people who have been here and working behind the scenes.
Please welcome a philanthropist, activist, and the co-founder of Def Jam Records, Russell Simmons.
Thank you. This is truly a great honor, although not necessarily deserved. There was 500 closer friends to Rosario, so none of them were in town, and I was given this great honor. And I had been here before, and I respect this work so much because I've seen it work. I've seen what celebrities can do. And a person who's been in the forefront of this, always using her celebrity for good, is our dear friend Rosario Dawson. So earlier tonight, you heard from Dr. Halid. And she spoke eloquently and passionately about the crimes against humanity that afflict our world. Each of us here knows of the problem, but tonight is the time to focus on those working towards solutions. That's why the efforts of our next honoree, Rosario, have been so important to giving all people the dignity and freedom that they deserve. Whether it's advocating for giving the disenfranchised a voice in their country, championing the right for all to marry for love, or tackling violence in Darfur to the arms trade, she has been an incredible force of hope and help for people at home and around the world. I've called her on countless occasions, and she's never failed to answer the call. A true inspiration to all of us, and a champion for the less fortunate. Please welcome the recipient of the Nobel Award for Human Rights, Rosario Dawson.
I'm a hugger. Gracias, Elizabeth. This is beautiful. It's brick rent. I knew it. That's beautiful. Thank you. I want to say thank you. I have joked that I've been walking in marches since Al Sharpton still wore tracksuits. And that is true. And I just want to say how amazing this evening has been tonight. I feel normal, which is really crazy for the first time in a very long time. I started Voto Latino, which was here 11 years ago. I've been working with organizations like AMFAR and Amnesty International and Operation USA and Shine on Sierra Leone and the Lower East Side Girls Club and V-Day and all these organizations I've been blessed to be on the board of, and countries around the world that I've been able to visit doing the work that I've done from Nicaragua to Haiti and Congo and the United States, all across. And it was always this part of my life that seemed totally normal and regular and just what I did, and it was the activists and the advocates and the community organizers that I grew up with made me feel like that was what you were just supposed to do. And being here tonight and seeing so many people who are doing that work, seeing the Children's Hospital be a part of it, and young people being introduced and invited into this experience just like my mom did, and her mother did before her, and before her, and before her. That has me standing here today. It just makes me feel so grateful. Grateful for the education that I've been given, the opportunity that I've been given, and the voice, as we've been saying. Thank you, Michelle, because it is true. Yeah, get up off your high horses. We ain't got it that bad. We can do a lot. I grew up in communities where poor people help poor people. And if poor people can help poor people, we can do a lot. And so I want to say, I am starting a foundation called the All of Us Foundation because I know and believe and understand how all of us can make that critical impact, whether it is giving in-kind donations, volunteering, giving big funds, going and showing up and advocating, doing the activism on the ground, passing out those needles, making sure that girls who get acid thrown in their faces can still go to school, you know, people who are doing all of that hard critical work. I just want to say thank you and say that I'm encouraged by this award and more. And Tyrese, your call could not be coming in at a better time because the All of Us Foundation's purpose is to get organizations that are doing great work to work with each other, to make sure that we're not reinventing the wheel, that we're not over-pushing ourselves, and that we are supporting each other, because it is crazy to think that so often these organizations that have they feel like they have such a small amount of money to pull from, that they fight each other. And why should anyone lose in that battle? Yes, you deserve to have that money so that you can stop young children being sexually trafficked. And you also need that money for cleaning up our waterways. And you need that money for making sure that animals aren't mistreated and that they're not getting overwhelmed with different chemicals and things, so they're getting the cancer cut out of them, and then where children are getting sick, and all these different things because they're interrelated. Someone not getting fed, someone not getting an education, someone not getting a loan, someone drowning in underwater student loans. They're all in the same position. They're living their lives and they need help. And this idea of pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps don't work anymore as a story, because those bootstraps are made in China. We're interrelated, y'all. We're interdependent. And that's actually a beautiful thing, that we can lean on each other and we can grow together, because then that means we get to be on this stage together, celebrating together all that we did together. So thank you, Nobel Awards. Thank you to the All of Us Foundation for the work that you're going to be doing, and thank you because the Nobel Awards is going to make that possible. Thank you so much, everyone.